is not the answer.
I call the Honourable Shane Jones.
Mr Chair, I'd like to acknowledge the Minister and the Chair and my colleague Raymond Ho, who until recently was shepherding this shadow portfolio through our caucus and endorse a number of the things that he's pointed out this evening. And I'm quite sure that the Minister himself realises that it's work in progress. The difficulty, and I would say, sir, the difficulty with this bill is that the train has left the station, it's on its trajectory, and it's how to get the balance between those consumers who want efficiency and who want speed and who want the delivery of the product. Because many of them either have upset wives or husbands at home and they don't want the hammers being bashed around too long for renovations, etc. And those who believe, and my colleague Raymond Ho has highlighted their identity, that the fallout, sir, of the Leaky Homes saga is such that we should always go for a belts and braces approach. It's a rather unique collection of individuals we have here. We have Mr Cosgrove, a former building minister. We have Honourable Williamson as a former, and we have my good self. But the problem I have is that I was also the Associate Immigration Minister, and I can tell you that was far more hazardous than being the building minister. But having said that, sir, quite a few other things in the bill we do think will work, but it didn't quite get there from our perspective. But having said that, we are conscious of what the Minister said, that a number of these refinements, it's the genuine belief of him and his colleagues, and I guess the professional advisors, it will expedite work in Christchurch. Not the highly technical, demanding work that needs a whole host of engineers, panels of engineers, and I'm not talking about the disgraced engineer Alan Ray, whose name unfortunately blighted the splendour and the majesty of this House recently, but that aside. I'm talking about those who are proud of their profession. I'm talking about those who realise to have a durable city, you need accountable professionals. Now, I do feel, sir, that if we can at all times enhance the importance of consumer protection, whilst at the same time giving a bit of scope and space, because as we go forward during this transition, nothing is static, there will be a need to refine it as we go forward. Sir, I won't talk too much about dam safety, although unless Nick Smith's stewardship of the Ruataniwha Dam fiasco proposal improves, this bill will not ever have any application in Hawke's Bay in terms of dam safety. Because, and that's a bit of a shame, sir, because I was born and bred on a farm, realised the importance of irrigation, etc., but now that I'm a professional politician and a member of the august Labour Party caucus, it's been brought home to me the importance of process as well. And so the processes that we had in Awanui and Kaitaia, so were possibly a tad more pragmatic than what I've learned to accept as resource management law, but that's for another discussion, sir. Now, look, I would say, sir, that this is work that we initiated, and the Minister's carried it on, and Phil Twyford, he looked at it, and more recently Mr Ho's looked at it, and let's acknowledge that there are areas that we do slightly agree on, but we've all deeply committed to ensuring that the building framework meets not only the needs of consumers, but the needs also of the regulator, that they can make a call and shift the balance. Because I'm of the view that if you can rely on an electrician and if you can rely on a plumber, then what we thought we were doing, Honourable Cosgrove and I in Helen Clark's time, quite apart from listening to every word that she ever uttered, but what we thought we were doing, sir,
and those she didn't,
is, well, there were one or three words that I conveniently overlooked.
You're fired.
But, sir, it was as the Minister of Building that I recall saying, I don't think it's a good idea that we should actually regulate for the amount of water that comes out of the shower head.
Good call. Good call.
And, sir, I was acquainted with the fact that it was Green Party policy and I should defend it. It's a sad day that no one came to my defence when I was caught in the trenches. But, sir, you learn these things when you're number 18. But, sir, we cannot support the bill, but we support the sentiments in there. Kia ora tātou.
I call Materia Ture.
To make a short contribution, the Green Party is opposing this legislation. So I want to briefly set out why. For the House's information, the bill deals with the consumer protection